Hi everybody. I just thought I'd pop on here today and make a short video. I had planned to make a video after the holidays showing some new palettes that I've purchased and just wanted to share those with you. But right before Christmas I had a little bout with the flu, and I was laying in bed and watching YouTube videos and was looking forward to watching some, or watching them over and over and over again is what I usually do, but watching some made by a young woman whose screen name is Donnashorts1, and she has become one of my favorites on YouTube. She's very creative, very artistic. Her videos are like little movies. I've heard many people describe them like that, but that's the way I felt too. It's like watching a little movie. They're edited and put together and done so beautifully, so creatively. And you know, there are people in life that just affect you in different ways. Some people make you feel like you can, you know, there's let me backtrack here a little bit, or make a little rabbit trail. There's another lady on YouTube called the Barbie with Muscle. Her name is Marinda. And when I get through watching her videos, I always feel like I'm going to go kick some devil butt. You know, like you can do anything. You can rip off the head of a lion or whatever. And there are people that just, you know, like my Julia and Felicia, you know, they bring out the maternal in me. And I'm so proud of both of them. And I watch them, and it's like a mama watching her kids. But Donna is... stirs up in me, and I've written this to her before, she stirs up in me the feeling that I can do anything creatively that I set my mind to do. I can, you know, I've always wanted to write. I love history. If you're familiar with my profile on my channel page, I've spent years studying women in history. I'm a Christian, so I'm particularly interested in women in the church and throughout church history, but really just strong, mighty women, doesn't matter whether they're Christians or not, have always fascinated me. And it's been my door into loving and learning history. You know, like I guess males grow up and they get interested in war and battle, and they learn a lot of history that way. And mine has been through studying strong women, and particularly women who felt like they were caught up in whatever era they lived in, that they couldn't do whatever it is their heart, and they did it, and their names are in history because of it. So anyway, when I watch Donna's videos, it stirs up that part of me that feels like I can write that book on the history of women. I can paint a picture I've always wanted to paint, or maybe I'm not really a painter. I use that as an illustration, but I love to cook, and in particular pastries. You know, I've always wanted to go to school to become a pastry chef. I love plating beautiful desserts. And anyway, when you watch her videos, or when I watch her videos, it stirs up all of that in me. Not just to sit back and watch someone else do something creatively, but it's the same feeling I get when I walk through an art gallery and I look at beautiful paintings, and you walk out and you're stirred up on the inside of, I'm speaking to you like it does that to you. It stirs me. Anyway, Donna took her videos down over the holidays. Well, I didn't know that because I was busy shopping and doing some other things, and I crawled into bed not feeling well, looking forward. I said, I'm just going to turn Donna on and watch it over and over because she makes me happy, makes me smile. And sometimes, you know, I'll do that in the next video, but when you're in stressful situations, you need to do things that, what's the word? Where you're taking good care of yourself. And one of the things is to do things that make you smile, that make you happy, that make you have a happy thought about something. And Donna does that for me. So I thought, well, I'll crawl up in bed and I'll just watch Donna. Well, I crawled up in bed and Donna was gone. And I thought, well, she said she'd be back at the New Year. She was taking some time off. So I thought, okay, well, she's going to surprise us New Year's Day. There's going to be all brand new videos. She's going to put some old ones up there, and it's going to be grander and better than ever before. Well, New Year's weekend came, and she had a video up, but it was her goodbye video. And she's been through the death of her husband in the last several months, and several things, I'm sure, as a result of that, whether it be finances or dealing with the IRS or all the things that you deal with when you lose a spouse. Those things, have compiled. Like she said in her video, she's pooped out. And I can relate to that. There have been probably the last 2 years of my life have been the most stressful. I'm 60. They've been the most stressful in my entire life. And I've been through some stressful things before. Like I've told you, I've raised a very large family, and the more kids you have, and the more teenagers you raise, and everything becomes exponential. And so, but the last two have involved 3 deaths of people very close to me, and a devastating storm-related situation to our home. I won't go on and on because you don't watch me for that reason, but it's been difficult. And so I've had to learn what you do to take care of yourself in the midst of that. And I know that Donna's doing those things. Nevertheless, she has created incredible beauty out of, I'm sure, would have been difficult months for her. But on top of all of that, apparently, I was not aware of this, although I'm not surprised, the haters have jumped all over her for whatever, and she mentioned one of them being the injectables that she's had, which to me is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard of. She said she thought we were past that being something shocking, and I would say so. It makes you feel good about yourself, whether it's a facelift or injectables or whatever, has been less than controversial for many years now, so I don't even understand that, except from the standpoint that the haters go after whatever is good and full of light and beauty, because they are figures that live in darkness. I mean, shadowy. Most of the time they don't even have a picture on their channel page. They have no info about themselves. Bottom line is, the way you get rid of darkness is to turn the light on. When you go in a room and you flip the light switch on, the darkness is gone. And it's what I love about Marinda. Marinda says, you start hating on me or you start making ugly comments about me, you don't get 2 chances. Sandy, I've forgotten Thelma Lou, but Sandy, I'll put the screen name up here. She's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But she says the same thing. You don't get 2 chances, you get 1 and it's over. And each one of us has our own channel, and we should be able to say whatever we want on that channel. If you don't like it, you can go to some other channel, but you're not going to hate on me. And I think that there are enough people in the YouTube community now that are getting that straight. There are funny songs going around about it and everything, but just keep doing what you do. I saw Lisa. I got on YouTube because of Lisa D1. I still am one of her subscribers, and I got so upset that people were hating on her that I sat in my bedroom one night. I look back at that video now, I look awful, but I sat in my bedroom one night in my jammies and made a video for her in the darkness. I'd never even operated a video camera before, but it was out of I don't know whether I want to call it anger, but saying, standing up for somebody that you cared about, saying this is wrong. And the same thing happened with Lana, Indiana, and I don't know whether that was a year ago or when it was. The haters were hitting on Lana, and I remember her writing that she had closed her computer up, stuck it under her bed, and left it there. And I don't know how long Lana was gone. I think it was a month, and it might have been more than that. And both of those ladies are on YouTube making better videos than they've ever made before. And I believe the same thing is going to happen with Donna. I believe Donna is going to be, the only reason Donna would ever leave YouTube is because she would be too busy writing articles and doing TV and stuff for Vogue and Bazaar and a lot of others, because she is so incredibly beautiful and talented and funny. I hate to say, how could somebody outgrow YouTube? But there are bigger venues in life But if she chooses to stay on YouTube, she's going to do awesome things. You watch. And I wish that you would go over to her channel. And she said she's going to leave her videos up for another couple of weeks. And so I wish you'd go over. You're going to find yourself watching them over and over again. My only wish was that I had all of them on a DVD so I could put them on my iPod and lay in bed at night and watch them over and over. Because I just love them. I love her. She's one precious lady. So Donna, if you see this, I love you. And I can't tell you how much I'm going to miss you. But I know that you're coming back, and you're coming back stronger than you've ever been before. Your best days are out in front of you. And some of the greatest joys you will ever experience, I've written this to you, but I honestly believe are going to happen to you this year. And so that's my tirade about the haters and about Donna. But I want to address in my next video, I don't know if I'll make it today because, as usual, I'm sitting at the end of my day and it's getting dark out. But the things that I want to make a video telling you the top 5 or 10 things that I've found that bring relief, stress relief. I call them life chargers. They charge my life. Donna talks, I tell you, a strong life charger right now. Donna talks about this over and over. It's who she is. And that's dreams. That you have your dreams and you follow your dreams. I will use her words because my words too, and I've said it for many years. I'm all about dreams. You know, I believe God put them in our heart and they carry us through the rest of our lives. You know, she said in her video the other day, don't ever put your dreams in the hands of somebody else. Don't let someone else be the custodian of your dreams. Drive your dream like it's a Ferrari. And she's right. I'm going to paint that on my wall somewhere. Drive your dream like it's a Ferrari. But I was looking at her channel page today, and she has a quote on there, which, you know, on my channel page it says beauty from the inside out, because I don't believe beauty is a mask that we put on. I believe it comes from the heart. Ugly comes from the heart too. But beauty comes from within. It comes from the human heart. And you can't put a mask on it. If you're ugly, you can't hide it. And when I say ugly, I mean in your heart. Just like these haters can't hide who they are. We say, why do they do such stupid things? Why do they leave stupid comments? And why do they troll and do all this stuff? Because that's coming from the inside out. It's who they are. Well, beauty comes from the inside out. And I wrote this on a piece of paper, what Donna has on her page. She says, beauty is a choice we make every single day. It has nothing to do with cosmetics. And she's absolutely right. I agree with her. So, in my next video, I want to talk in contrast, just like today I've mentioned some negatives that have even happened in my own life. Negatives, they're life suckers. They suck the life right out of you, and sometimes we don't have any control over that. Disease and, you know, storms and natural disasters, and sometimes, you know, we go through divorces that were not of our own making, and all kinds of things happen to us in life that are negative. But there are all kinds of positive, good things too. And not only that, we can take the negatives and turn them into positives. We have choices all along the way. And so I'll share with you in the next video the things that I've used, the things that have helped me just relieve stress in my life, and all of you have them. We've talked, you know, I've talked in an earlier video about that. It could be a candle, burning a candle. It could be music. It could be 1,000 other things. But I just wanted to give you my top 5 or 10, depending on how long it takes me to get through it, because I ramble so. I guess I'm done. See you in the next video. Love you. Remember, don't let anyone steal your joy. Bye.